Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mai, and today's video is going to be my very first build with the new Lovestruck expansion pack, and it is going to be a very colorful, very vibrant, large penthouse that I've built in the kind of city area of the new world, which is called Ciudad Enamorada, which means, I think, like city, I guess it means city in love. I don't know, because it's kind of like referring to the city being in love. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but I'm actually so stoked that we have like a more Latin American themed expansion pack. I've been like talking about wanting one for a while, so I don't know, getting one just makes me so happy. And yeah, I haven't really done any of the gameplay really. I honestly haven't played The Sims in a really long time. But I don't know, I'm kind of excited. There's a lot of really cool new aspects. I like tried kind of starting a little bit of like an actual like game, but I don't know, I couldn't really wrap my head around it too much. Mostly though, I really do love the items. There's a lot of really stunning stuff. You have, the couch is actually from Decor to the Max, but you have those armchairs that kind of look like shells, and you have that curved rug, which is really cool. Those like little coffee table end tables that look amazing. And I also really love those like that lip love seat thing. And yeah, there's also a lot of really cool art. But over here, I'm kind of creating like a custom bookshelf using those cozy bistro shelves over top just to kind of make it look a little bit fancier than just like those book nook shelves. And then I placed these gorgeous art pieces over top, which I'm actually so in love with. Like, there's a lot of variety and different styles, and I just really love them. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think about the new pack, if you've played it, if you've gotten it, anything that you've heard about it, any glitches you might have found. Those are always really interesting too. But yeah, I did explore this particular neighborhood a little bit, and I gotta say, this one's a little bit lacking. I haven't checked out the other ones. I'm hoping that they have a little bit more going on. This one's honestly really small and not too detailed, at least not as much as I was expecting. But yeah, I am really excited to like keep exploring, and if you guys have any build ideas, I'd love to hear them. And over here, we're working on the kitchen, and the kitchen's actually probably my favorite space in this house. I really love this thing that I did with like the kind of column in the middle, just to kind of wrap around the kitchen. I did that mostly because I really wanted to use the trash chute like in the kitchen. I didn't want it to be just in the hallway. So yeah, that was kind of like the inspiration, and I'm kind of glad that I thought of that. And over here, I just decided to clutter up the living room a little bit more. And I built this apartment kind of for like an artist specifically, and you're gonna see me later create a little art studio. So yeah, it's mostly for an artist, but I also thought that maybe they live here with their partner who's a romance consultant, which is the new career that came with the expansion pack, which is probably like the main thing that I actually want to try, which is kind of like inspiring me to try a little bit of the gameplay. But yeah, we didn't get too many kitchen items except for like the bar stools and the dining table, which is like a high dining table. But it like works really well. Like everything that's in the pack works really well with the for rent items. So that was fine. And yeah, over here, there's just a lot of open space, and I was trying to fill it in with something. So I placed some more of the custom bookshelves just with a plant and more of those lovely pieces of artwork that came with the pack. And I also fit in a little courtyard in the middle just to kind of use up a little bit of this space in the penthouse, and I really like it. Adds a little bit of green space out here, so you're not just like in the city. And it also kind of created a perfect little hallway to go into the art studio that I also made kind of open to the outside, which is going to be off to, I guess now is our right. And I really like how it all turns out. Out here I put in that picnic bench from the romantic garden stuff, which is really cute. I think that it's really nice, makes it really like romantic, and that is what this entire expansion pack is all about. And yeah, it looks really nice. I kept the landscaping pretty simple, but yeah, I can just imagine them like, oh, you know, making dinner, and then they'd kind of decide to just have their meal over there. They can have it outside instead of inside. And I really like these beaded curtains that came with the pack. I think they look really cool, and there's a lot of like different swatches, a lot of variety in the swatches. But over here, we're working on our art studio. God, I really love this wallpaper. I need to like have a moment for the wallpaper. It's like very like Art Deco, and I don't know, there's something about it that just like makes me so happy. And over here in the art studio, I decided to place this kind of Gothic chair, make it a little bit romantic. Like sometimes they have their subjects sit on that chair and they'll paint them. And then there's also that very large window, so they can probably paint the view from out there as well. And there you can probably see that I also placed like a new veggie bowl that came with the expansion pack, which looks really cute, so that they can also paint that. And I just used that old rug that came with werewolves just to kind of complete the look and make it look, you know, like an art studio. So it's dirty, it's like very used and scuffed, and it just looks amazing. But I just love all the natural light that's coming in, both from the courtyard and those big windows. And over here next to like that big kind of canvas shelf, I really didn't know what to place. I thought about a bookshelf, and in the end I actually ended up placing a sink, so that you can clean your paintbrushes and I don't know, whatever else you need to clean in there. That's not supposed to sound weird. I feel like a sink in an art studio is probably a really good idea. So I just used the one, I think it might have been from Parenthood, or no, it's not laundry. I think it's Parenthood. And I also found this little backsplash that I am so in love with, because actually, I think it was like months ago, I made this little farmhouse that was kind of Latin American inspired, because it was inspired by my family's farmhouse. And I think I mentioned that I really wanted to have like those kinds of tiles to put behind the kitchen, because that is just like so characteristic of these places. And I'm glad that we finally got it. I think this is like the first world that, okay, I mean, the world is a little bit lacking, especially considering the worlds that we got in Sims 3, but at least like the style, getting to have a, you know, a little bit more diversity, it's really nice, and I really, really like it. But we are working on the primary bedroom now, and I wasn't really sure what theme I wanted to go with in here. I didn't even really know the color scheme either, which probably would have made it a little bit easier. But I start off with kind of just like this dark kind of black and purple vibe, but then I find this swatch for this bed, and I really like the way that it worked with the green, and I kind of realized that actually these green flowers matched the wallpaper that I used throughout the rest of the house, so I guess it felt pretty good for the primary bedroom to have it match the rest of the house a little bit better, since they are probably the ones that like designed the entire rest of the house. So I like encapsulated, would that be the word? I placed the bed between these drapes that came with the new expansion pack, which look so cool. So then you can turn any bed into a canopy bed, and you don't have to get all weird with the curtains and columns and make it all like not functional. Like, it's actually functional, and it looks so beautiful. And yeah, it just worked really nicely, gave them a little bit of privacy. And I really love like the heart-shaped, what are they called? End tables, the heart-shaped end tables. And yeah, I feel like this room actually, like once I figured out the scheme or the color scheme and the theme that I wanted in here, it actually came together fairly quick. And next to this window here, I just decided to place some armchairs, and I just put them in like a warm swatch. I think, yeah, I go with this yellow swatch, and I feel like it looks really nice. Just add some plants to really tie in, you know, the green wallpaper with everything. But this room, I feel like I kept it fairly simple, but it has everything that you need. It is totally functional, and yeah, I think it's really, really cute. Oh yeah, and I just love this painting. It has a lot of really cool swatches, and I feel like this wall already had a lot going on, so I didn't add any more art. But now we're going to be working on the second bedroom, and the idea that I had for this second bedroom was kind of like a teen bedroom maybe. I don't know if the teen is like the child of the people that live here, of like the people in the primary bedroom, or if it's like they're nibbling, which is like the general term for like niece and nephews. So I don't know if it's like that, or if it's just like their friends, or if it's more of like a guest room, or just what this room really is, or maybe it's just a roommate. That could also work too. I feel like it's very versatile. But I just really wanted to try to make a bit of a darker room, and I really wanted to find a way to use these new wall lights that look like stars. They're so cute. And yeah, every bedroom has also its own ensuite, and there is also like a not public, but there's also a half bath for guests just off of the living room. And all of that you'll see in the screenshots. I just decided to not furnish the bathroom in the video because it's just too much. I did all that in post-production, but I really love the color scheme that I went with in here. I think it's just really cute, and I used this like dresser. I forgot the word for dresser. I used this dresser from Parenthood, which I felt like actually paired really nicely with the vibe that we're going for in here. And it's also just in general a dresser that I really like using for teen bedrooms. I think it just looks really nice, and I really love like the crystal knobs that it has. And something that I always do in teen rooms is I love creating a rug collage. Something about that is just like so teenagery for me, and I really love that rose rug that I used. I feel like that was so fitting for the general rose theme that we had going on in here. All in all, I feel like this room just came together so quickly and so easily. And over here I was also going to use the that shell armchair again, but it wasn't super working. Now I'm also just trying to fix the curtains. I ended up using these ones from the Modern Luxe kit. I just felt like they looked nice and glamorous in here. But yeah, I feel like we need more tiny end tables that are a little bit like, I don't know, easier to place in small places. And also more plants that are like half a tile so that they're a little bit easier to place. But yeah, I ended up switching the shell chair into that one that feels called like marshmallow fluff or something. But yeah, I also used that like leather gothic chair stool thing. Yeah, this teen is definitely like more on the gothic side. I don't know if they want to be like a romance consultant as well, or like what their vibe is, but they're definitely like, they're edgy for sure. And this is the first time that I've gotten to use one of these curved pools, which I'm really, really excited about. Now I feel like seeing this new expansion pack, the kits that came out recently are kind of starting to make sense. I feel like they were made perfectly for this as just like accents for this expansion pack. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting to see kind of how the Sims team mind works. But out here we placed that curved pool. We also placed a bar and just some lounge chairs. I was gonna say armchairs. But no, we placed some lounge chairs too. And yeah, just place some plants around. I also, in post-production, place a rug under the bar just to also fill in that space and make it a little bit cozier. And I do actually also place an awning above the sliding door just to create a little bit more shade. And now we're going to be just briefly working on our entryway outside of the elevator. I know that technically, you know, it's a penthouse, the elevator can open straight into the house, but I just felt like it was kind of nice to have a little bit of a buffer, you know, to have a door that you can actually lock. And I don't know if it's possible to create like rentals on penthouse lots, but I would really like to try that too. I think it would be kind of fun to create like 2 apartments on the same floor that are maybe for like a couple of roommates each, and then I don't know, there's a whole like love story planned there, a little gameplay situation. But yeah, just this one kept it really simple, right? It's just the entryway. Maybe if one of the Sims that lives here is a romance consultant, I don't know actually how the career works, but if they need to, I don't know, have appointments in their apartment, they can. But here we're in the screenshots. We have our screenshots here. And now we are going to see all of the last minute changes that I made. Clearly, the green exterior does not fit with the actual like penthouse structure that we have going on. But you know what? Let's just ignore it. Here we have our entryway. I really love this entryway, and I really like those like numbers that we place like next to the house, because I feel like this is like the 7th floor or something. I think I tried to count, but it worked really nicely. And here we have our living room, just last minute clutter pieces that I've added. Also a couple of like swatch changes. Yeah, just art on the walls, and I think, yeah, the wall of the front door and the wall behind the fireplace, I also switched to those tiles just to add a little variety. And here we have our little half bath, very simple. And here's our hallway. I actually really like the hallway. It's very simple, but I really like the like brightness coming in from both the sliding door and those archways from the courtyard. Here we have our courtyard, super simple. I also added a little bit more green in there just to mix it up. And here we have our artist studio, which I actually don't think I changed anything in this room for post-production. I think it was already just so perfect and so nice. I don't know, I just really like how cozy it is. And you know, there's that chaise, so you can get painted like one of the French girls. But here we have our kitchen. I really love this kitchen. I definitely like cluttered it up quite a bit in post-production. Like I added so much stuff, and I also changed some of the wallpapers to that tiling as well. And by the way, I did actually paint the ceiling. I don't know why in the screenshots it didn't really come out that it was painted nicely. But yeah, now we are in the bedroom, and this one I also don't think I changed too much. Maybe just cluttered up the desk a little bit because I needed, yeah, that one needed a little bit more clutter. But yeah, this room is just really simple. I didn't want it to be like too overpowering already with like the wallpaper, and there are a lot of like mixed textures and things. And here we have our main bathroom, our primary bathroom, and it's, you know, it's kind of cool. I just used that open shower that came with the new expansion pack, and yeah, it's simple, it's functional. And here we have our teens bedroom. I also just added a whole bunch of extra clutter. I also added a mirror and a guitar just that they have a couple more hobbies. Maybe they want to be a songwriter. They want to just sing love songs, and I don't know. This room is really cute. It's really cool. I don't usually go too dark, so it was kind of a nice change of pace. And this is their ensuite. I decided to go with the bathtub in here, and I also went with that mirror with all the photos on it. I thought it was really cute. And here we have our balcony, our pool space overlooking the gorgeous city. Yeah, I also added that little pool floaty. But this is going to be the very last space that we see. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about the new expansion pack. But I really hope that you enjoyed this build as much as I did. Bye buds, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Comment and share with your friends. Talk to y'all soon. Bye!